course. Well, I'll talk on behalf of our customers. I mean, we are not a customer of a nearshore partner, but we offer the services, obviously. So our customers, well, why do they choose nearshore? That's a bit the big question. Well, for me, it's not really related to price. Cost is an important factor, of course. You don't want to see your cost going up when looking for solutions. And our customers typically have a number of alternatives in the market. Either they hire themselves, people in Belgium, to work in their office on certain topics, or they hire a freelancer, a local freelancer, and that works perfectly fine. Or they might look for a partner, and a partner then can be onshore, offshore, nearshore, whatever it is. And you've seen a lot of movement there, a lot of CTOs, a lot of technical people. They have this motto, what we zelf doen, doen we beter, as they say, like we need to do everything in-house. But finally, the big issue is not been cost, but it's been availability. Availability of talent. A lot of gaps in the Belgian environment where, for example, some skills are very little available. And so the better alternative is either to hire that white or even there that might be existing somewhere, but he will cost a fortune. It will cost like 1,000 euros a day, and it will eat your benefit of your project. So that's for many people not a good alternative, and so they go to look for another alternative, and that's then typically nearshore or offshore. And offshore is very difficult in the sense that for a lot of companies this is too far away. I mean, this is too far from their cultural habits. It's too far from who they are, how to collaborate, time zone, cultural differences. It's a very tough ride. So nearshore is something like the best of both worlds. It's a win-win. It's a lower cost generally. It's a better availability. So you have choice between a lot of talent, and you can actually be very picky in who to select. That means you get great value for money. Compared to a known employee, you typically pay a little bit less, not half, but maybe 10% less, and you get higher value. The typical feedback we get from our customers is that the people we bring on board, they've never experienced such level of experience, of know-how, of interest. That's one thing. Another thing is how hungry the people are. I mean, you need to imagine, put yourself in the shoes of somebody living, in my case, in Belarus, for example, which is an economy where the average salary in the country is like 450 euros per month. So you study linguistics, or you study even medicine, or become a lawyer, but then you go to the job market and you find a job of 300 euros per month, and you kind of live in poverty. So what do the people do? Well, they think about, is there something else in the world? And they find IT the best suitable market to get retrained. And so they're very hungry in making that jump. Because in IT you will earn like 5-6 times more as a local, and you will live very well. So the eagerness to perform is very, very, very big. That's very important. So I think the combination of value for money and the eagerness of the person who wants to perform, who will not let you down, is a great combination. And at the same time, you have the convenience. I mean, we sometimes think that there are so big cultural differences between Bulgaria, Flanders, Wallonia, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, you name it. But in the end, if you look at the US, the differences are as big between California and Texas, for example, and nobody cares about it. So I think we should kind of get acquainted to we are one Europe, and we are also able to communicate and work very smoothly together with people all over Europe. And in my experience, that works perfectly fine. I've never met somebody who was so completely different that would not match with any of our customers. So in that respect, you should also have a lot of confidence in the nearshore providers who will also be selecting that talent that is capable of communicating with Western European companies. So there's a down selection of the total market available to those who could fit into your needs. So taking that all together, I think it's a great fit. It's a great solution also for the Belgian economy. I mean, whereas there's been always a big shortage in the knelpenberoepen, as they call it, those professions with big gaps. Well, this is a marvelous solution, and with the rise of the after COVID consequences, where remote work is very much promoted and tolerated, I mean, the gap has virtually become none between somebody from, let's say, Brussels working from home and somebody in Varna working from home. Yeah, the gap is very, very minimal, so the threshold as well.
Thank you.